Alright, let's continue on with the game. Sixth of April, Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Let me try and remember what happened yesterday. Yeah, we learned that the nurse played a part and she admitted to playing the part. But we still don't know who the ringleader is. We suspect it was Excelsius. And for some reason it did seem like, oh shit, what was her name? Gavel, sorry, Verity Gavel was helping us, assisting us with some stuff, and I don't understand why. My guess is from that talk with when she came to the detention center to have a word with us. I feel like she's trying to. She was scheming, but maybe it was a good kind of scheming. Maybe she was trying to understand us better, trying to understand, put herself in our shoes. And trying to understand why we're doing what we're doing, and maybe she's understanding and she's slowly helping us. Maybe she's like, mentoring us, dare I say. Wait. Why is Francisca coming in now? I thought she came in already. Didn't she say, she told us what the weapon was and stuff like that. It was circular around and stuff like that. And we said it was the gavel of the auctioneer. Because Lotta said she didn't hear the hammer, the gavel sound after the murder.
Sorry, silence in the courtroom, please. Ms. Von Karma, if you'd be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search.
Oh, so she's searching for the weapon. Okay, I forgot now, yeah. She says she's gonna look for the weapon. Maybe not her herself, but her and her people. Her team.
It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom. And no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. Ugh. That is bad news indeed. Then, we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Such a terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. It's certainly not what I expect for a first-rate criminal mind. No, there's just not enough work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, it's a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made pleas deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every details of their crimes. And then, when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Ho ho, oh ho ho ho. Oh, if only you could see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's war as law.
There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... If only we had some proof. Where's that objection or hold it? Come on, someone brings the proof.
I've never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances.
The end of the road, huh?
Phoenix, help me, Phoenix! Where are you, Phoenix? By the power vested on me, Excelsius winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes. Huh?
What the hell? I thought she was gonna say we're guilty. Why is she bringing him up? What? Huh? What on earth gotten into you, Verity?
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident, namely the IS-7 incident. A murder that took place 18 years ago.
But what does that file have to do with... Oh, that was... Didn't the file got fucking forged and doctored, right? Because I remember Fender said that... the guy... Wait, I'm just trying to remember. Is the IS-7, was that... Wasn't that the one with the food guy? I've forgotten their names now. They said that he confessed for being an accomplice, right? He didn't murder the guy, but he was like an accomplice. What's his name? Frosty White or whatever it was. He was like an accomplice. But for some reason, that's Fender's document, which I believe was the real one. But the one that in Von Karma library or whatever, it said he was convicted for murder, which is two different things. Was that the I-7, or the I-7 was the one with his dad? But they were kind of related. They were kind of related anyway, because that was his last thing. Oh, all good, Ark. Hope you're doing well. Have a nice look. I think that was the case, right? That was the case. So, yeah. So maybe he did something bad on that one as well, in that file. Wait, you mean your late night visit to this chamber? That was to...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself.
Also, I knew it. I knew she wasn't part of the 11. I don't know who the other 11 people are. Maybe they weren't part of the committee member besides the ringleader. But I knew she wasn't. I'm not saying she was a good person, but yeah, the way that she acted, and she either was like, I don't know, the way she was acted is like she was surprised by the events that transpired and that happened before us. And I think the stuff that she was asking, either one, she's trying so hard to cover her up, or two, she just wants to know the truth and learn the truth, and she cares about the justice.
When we spoke of this matter before, I implied that I'd come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You have to forgive me.
That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
What the heck are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad. Without proper grounds, it's deformation.
I think it's meant defamation, but okay.
An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course, I have grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma has some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost... Okay, I said Whitey Frost, but his name was Artie Frost. Body went missing. My papa? Fabricated information? What is the meaning of this?
Ian Seidman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing.
Hi Mango, how you doing? How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
However, it seemed that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs.
Ugh, I'm tired too. What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power.
I'm on the same boat as you. I'm a bit relieved because when I checked the scores, we was losing to Slavia Prague 1-0. But I'm glad that we won 4-2. But I'm pissed that Chelsea scored near the end. So they're 8th and we're 9th. So had they drew, we would have been 8th on goal difference. And as long as we win the last game, I think we would be fine. But I was. Yeah, because you guys won 3-0 against Marseille, right?
and they're known to go extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7. Oh, you guys control the game for once. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Hopefully you can keep the momentum. Oh, that's because we I'm still pissed. We drew with Club Brugge. We drew with Club Brugge and we lost to Chelsea. And I think we won all the other games. I can't remember. But yeah. I think we drew like 1-1 or 2-2 or something like that. Yeah, that was eyebrow raising stuff. But yeah, I expected a win against Club Brugge. I think many of us did. That's why I'm scared about Frankfurt. We should on paper beat Frankfurt because they're not doing well, but who knows, right? I thought we was going to comfortably beat Slavia Prague, but the fact that they scored first, you know, and they equalised just before half-time is concerning. Yeah, we rested one of our defenders, but yeah, I don't know, man. But it's all good. As long as we win, I think if we win our game, I don't know who's playing the next set of games, but I'm hoping that people within the top 8 are playing each other. If they're playing each other, then we have a chance. Is there a way we can check and see who's playing who? We might have a chance. Is there a way we can see who's playing who? Is it UCL? No, if I tap UCL, it's going to be it's going to be the university at top. Okay, I got the Champions League thing. Okay, is there a way we can see next matches? Okay, let's have a look at this before we continue on the game. So, sorry, YouTube viewers. Might want to skim quickly. Okay, so Paris Saint-Germain is playing Newcastle. Okay, PSG is playing Newcastle. They're 6th and 7th, right? So if one of the two teams win, if one of the two teams win, and we get a point, we leapfrog them. Okay. Man City's playing Galatasaray. Oh shit, that's gonna be okay. We might lose then, because they're probably gonna be banging goals. They're 1 goal behind us. So the ideal world is PSG's draw with Newcastle, so we can leapfrog them like legit. You guys are 4th. Okay, I think you guys are safe. You guys are top 8. I think, I'm sure. Dortmund's playing Inter. Dortmund's is 16th. Inter's 14th. Okay, we should be fine, I think. As long as we win, assuming we win. Oh, sorry, we're playing FC Copenhagen. I thought we were playing Frankfurt. Oh, we're playing FC Copenhagen. Where are they in the table? They're 26th. So again, on paper, we should win, but you never know, right? Arsenal's playing a team I can't even pronounce, so I think they should be fine. Okay, they're bottom in the league. Okay, Leverkusen's playing Villarreal. Okay, none of them are nothing important. Atleti is playing the team that beat City. Okay, so they're 2 goals behind us in goal difference. Okay, Benfica's playing Real. Where's Benfica? Oh, they're all the way down the bottom. Okay, Frankfurt is playing Tottenham. Yeah, Frankfurt's near the bottom, so yeah, I expect Spurs to win. But they're playing away, so you never know. PSV, where's PSV? PSV is near the bottom. But they got a point to prove. They're playing Munich. We can't leapfrog Munich anyway, so that's whatever. Olympiacos. Nope, no point looking at that one. Napoli, Chelsea. Okay, Napoli, Chelsea. How well is Napoli doing? Oh shit, Napoli's not doing good. What happened to Napoli this season? Oh, we got to pray. Chelsea's playing away, so hopefully Napoli can draw with Chelsea. I think Napoli could draw. I think maybe. How about Juve? Okay, Juve is 1 point behind us. Okay, as long as we win, it's fine. Atalanta. I think we leapfrog Atalanta. Yeah, we did. So that's whatever. Sporting. Okay, Sporting the same points as us. They're playing Atletico Club Bilbao. They got the same goal difference as well. So as long as we banging goals against FC Copenhagen, then we're fine. Okay, so it's yeah. To be honest, legit wise, unless somehow Frankfurt pulls a fast one against Spurs, Napoli draws with Chelsea. It all depends on PSG and Newcastle.
It boils down to them. If they draw, it'll be good for us. If one of them wins, yeah, we just have to pray, because their goal difference is great. PSG is on 10 goal difference. Newcastle's on 10 goal difference. Chelsea's on 6 goal difference. We're only on 5. So yeah, I want Newcastle and PSG to draw, and I think we might be fine. If they both draw, we win. We leapfrog both of them. City will probably overtake us because of goal difference, and then we pray that we win on goal. We make top 8 on goal difference. If Napoli draws with Chelsea as well, I think we're top 8 definitely for sure. So there's quite a few factors. We're not guaranteed yet, but yeah, it's we'll see. The usual football interlude, yeah. Okay. Hey, girlfriend. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. Have a nice luck. Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, you guys are safe. We need to win, and then if we win 5-0, I think we're safe. Or by 5 goals, I think we're safe. The question is, can we get 5 goals against FC Copenhagen? Because they beat you. I'm not saying we're shit like United, but didn't they beat United back then? So we should not underestimate them. Not that United's a great team anyways, but should never underestimate these lesser known teams, because you just never know, right? The way they play football might catch you off guard and stuff like that. Don't underestimate the underdogs.
In fact, they ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report? Wait, you have to understand Grandma. She's not a bad person. I think she's being blackmailed. She had to do what he said. She didn't have a choice.
He? The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time.
That's Excelsior.
The chief prosecutor 18 years ago.
No. The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career.
X's winner. It was you.
Objection! What are you talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here.
For some reason, it feels like I'm on the home stretch. So if we finish early, I might try and give Arknight Enfields a try and see how that game is. So it might be a shorter stream. I don't know, we'll see. It depends how soon I finish this. Because I do want to, because I'm tired, I don't want to rest and... I won't be taking a nap, I just want to rest and chill, do some other stuff before we go live again later tonight to work on Ed's Bakumaru. Yeah, that's the new gacha game that came out yesterday. I downloaded it last night. I was up, I woke up, I woke up because I needed to go pee at 7:30, and I checked my PlayStation, and it was the game finished downloaded, and I logged in. I didn't create my character. I logged in. I didn't choose whether I want to be the guy or girl, but I know the game's working now, so yeah, might give it a go. Yeah, everyone seems to be streaming that game now because it's the new hot one. But the question is how popular will it be in a month or two time? We'll see. A lot of gacha games come and go. I'll give it a try, but I won't be playing it as diligently as Genshin, or Zenizone Zero, but we'll see. I'll be playing just for the story. I won't be doing a lot of the other stuff. I won't be pulling or anything like that.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on this matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, so I hope it'll be fun. That's assuming that this doesn't take too long. If this finishes around 4 o'clock, it's gonna be a weird spot. If I finish within like an hour or two, then I might give it a try. Yeah. I hope so too. I hope it'll be fine. I hope it'll be alright, but we'll see. We'll see how long this takes. All that nonsense with the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report? Hilda? How could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Hold it!
We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there after all. Yeah, I still don't know what language to play it in, English or Chinese. Wait, Grandma can't she... Ouch. Can she speak? She can, she must be able to speak, but maybe not loud. Grandma, I'm sorry, I knew. That's why I... Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. They said that he would... I just had to do what the auctioneer said. So she was being blackmailed too. Yeah, this is what I don't understand with the law. I'm sure I asked my brother this, but what he told me, I've forgotten what he said. Like, if you've been blackmailed to commit a crime, I don't know why she's slapping her grandma's hair, to be honest. There was one incident, Mango, where she hit it so hard, the hairband or whatever must have broke, and her hair like was like a pineapple. You know the green bits of the pineapple, it looked like that when the hairband, the elastic band or whatever fell apart, snapped. But yeah, I wonder what the law is. If someone's bribing you or telling you have to do this, commit this crime, else so and so is going to happen. Whether it's going to be like a loved one's going to die, or you know, we're going to leak this to the police or whatever. You know, I don't know what the law is. Do you get like a few years? Do you get? I don't know if you get a full pardon and like, you know, be okay. But I mean, she kind of did. She hits her with her cane. You can't see it because the text box is probably hidden away. It's behind her back probably. Yeah, she hits her on her granddaughter's noggin. Every now and then. Yeah, you'll probably see it when she's talking. She's gonna hit her on the head, and probably she's had enough. She's slapped her on the hair, on her hair. But yeah, on the noggin. Yeah, I wonder what the law is. We just need to ask the lawyer. So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner? I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forced me to help him was the auctioneer, and they definitely looked like about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face. Well, there must have been something. Any details, no matter how small, will do. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. I'm nice. How's it going? How you doing? Oh wait, their mask didn't cover the whole face. Yeah, the teeth thing. I was wondering, right? Was the beard showing behind the teeth? And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure. Tattoo? We just gotta check someone and see if they got a tattoo now then. A tattoo? All right, for the stream with Johnny. True. Yeah. I think I would like to think things are going to be fine. It's just going to be a mental state, Manai. So as long as you can overcome that barrier, that hurdle, you'll be fine. Yeah. Because it's been a while since you streamed, right? So because of mental health reasons. So if you can overcome that barrier, then you'll do great. Maybe if you talk not as much at the beginning, and then maybe you will slowly get round to it. Or maybe if you can, just don't think you're streaming. Just think you're just talking to Johnny. Just imagine Johnny's there sitting beside you, and you're just chatting to him. So if anything, maybe he can be the one who like leads the questions and leads the conversation, right? I think last time I used the mic was last 5 Hearts stream. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's mostly because of my cough. Though. Ah, right. I see. No, that's fine. If you're coughing, you're coughing. Like, people will be understanding. There's nothing you can do. I mean, I don't know if your microphone or headset has a mute button. You could always like mute and cough and then unmute yourself. And if you plan to do that, just tell Johnny that you're going to do that. DM him so he knows. And if you're a bit too silent for a while, you can ask Johnny to ask you, are you muted? And then you can like, unmute yourself if you accidentally mute yourself. That's happened to me. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes we forget that we're muted because we manually, physically mute ourselves by push of a button, and we forget to unmute ourselves. But yeah, I feel like most people will be fine with the coughs. They'll be understanding. It won't be too bad. Because, you know, everyone falls ill. Sure, some people feel ill more than others, but everyone do feel ill, and we do have our coughs, periods of coughs.
Objection.
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I know where, if there was one, wouldn't you? There could be one on your chin, but your beard is covering it. Or maybe you got a neck tattoo. Or maybe on the body, I don't know. Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be. Oh ho 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 ho.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess.
Are you sure it's not you who feels insulted here?
I'm not the only one who's been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ring had been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice to be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how it's going to go, You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one.
Is that how it is, man? Nice. Like deep voice girls, nice. Oh, so by the way, congrats on your 6 stars and your 5 stars. I have no idea how the characters work. Are there like 3 stars and 4 stars? Is it 4, 5, 6? Or is it 3, 4, 5, 6? Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars? Four, 5, 6 it seems. Okay, cool. 6 is that the SSR, right? The really, really rare one. Okay, cool. It's equivalent to a 5-star in WoW. And the 4 and the 5 is equivalent to, I'm guessing, a 4-star in WoW. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Do you... Okay, are you playing in English? Do you know? I don't know how far you're into the game. This isn't spoiler, because obviously I'm aware about the factions and stuff like that. I was told that different factions, they speak a different language. Is it a different language, or is it just a different accent? So, like, the first area that you go to, do they have, like, a certain accent? Are they all, like, British people, for example? And then when you go out, you might hear people who speak with a French accent. Or, like, an Italian accent. I've heard so many different accents. Okay. So, they're not speaking the language. They just have a different accent. I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with French accents, or Italian accents, or German accents, or European accents, should we say. Like different area, so different areas have different accents, but they're still speaking in English. Because I'm still thinking, because if I'm playing in Chinese and they speak in Chinese, I doubt you hear a Chinese speaking with a French accent. You know, I don't even know how a French person would speak in Chinese with the accent. We'll be like, well, I don't know, New Zima, or, you know, I have no idea how the French would speak in Chinese. Like, that's why I'm thinking of maybe playing in English. I have it in Chinese at the moment, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I haven't started yet, but I started in the sense that I boot it up, changed the language to Chinese, but that's about it. I haven't picked a guy, because I boot up a game. I know we're in some sort of elevator, some sort of lift. You know, there's a guy and a girl. I'm guessing both of them are the MC, and you got to pick and choose one of them, right? I don't know if we're sisters and siblings or not. I find out when I play, but I know there was a guy and a girl in the elevator at the beginning, and then I just switched off the console. Yeah. Yeah, not sure about most accents so far. I got British, General American, Scottish, and various others I can't play. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so maybe I'll play it in English then, because if different factions or different areas, regions of the world, of the map world, have different accents because it belongs to a certain group of a certain demographic, then I might play in English then, because it's a bit more realistic, you know. Because let's be real, like in the real world, right? Assuming that everyone does learn English, everyone's gonna have a different accent with wherever parts of the world you are, and I want it to be like that. So if that is the case for Ark, because I was under the impression it was like that for Enfield, but I thought they speak their own language, but you have subtitles, so someone will be speaking in like Italian, but the subtitles there, so you can read it in English. So for me, I don't mind that, you know, because I'm worried that if that's the case, and I'm playing in Chinese, there's no way. Yeah, I might as well just play in English, because then I can hear either worst case scenario, I hear the Italian accents, or maybe I even hear even Italian in it. Then speaking in Italian, or French, or German, or or Twi, or or Swahili, or whatever, in Chinese, in Thai, in Japanese, in Korean, Vietnamese, Gujarati, it could be in anything, right? And that'd be cool, but we'll see. Some good talents. Okay. Maybe I'll play in English then, because I was thinking of playing in Chinese. But if the accent is because of the region they're from in the game, I might play in English, because I think that's good. That's the only reason why I'm not gonna. That's the only reason why I'm willing to give it a try, because of the accents or the language. Because for me it reeks realism. Because if you're gonna walk in China, you're not gonna hear. It's highly extremely unlikely you're gonna hear someone speaking with a Scottish accent there. If they do speak in English, it's very unlikely you can hear someone with a Scottish accent, an American accent, a whatever accent, right? Whereas if in a game, when you walk around, a certain part of the world, you kind of expect a certain accent or a certain language that they're going to be speaking. And the fact that if they're speaking a different language, that'd be great. But realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. It'll be good if they did, but unlikely that's going to happen. But as long as they got an accent, because then they're actively recruiting talents with certain accents to speak for that certain region, for those characters, NPCs or whatnot. That for me is realistic, and I like that. That's the only reason why I'm gonna give it a try. And hopefully the story is good. If the story is not good, then I might drop it. But if I had to choose between the two, Silver Palace is always gonna be my thing. I was talking to Nai when she raided me yesterday. She seems interested in it, and I think Liz is also interested in it as well. Liz is also interested in Silver Palace. But yeah, if I had to pick between the two, I definitely will pick Silver Palace. Ideally, I would like to juggle the two games, but whether we can juggle the two games remains to be seen. Like I said, I don't mind doing because Arknight's out already, I might do 1.0, 1.1 for Arknights Enfield. And if Silver Palace is out by then, I might then port Arknights on hold, do Silver Palace 0.1, 0.0, maybe 0.1, and then do Enfield 0.2, 0.3, and then 1.5 might be live by then for Silver Palace. I'll do 0.2, 0.3, and then 1.7 might be live for Enfield, but I'd be doing 0.4, 0.5. I'm going to be a few patches behind every now and then. I'm just going to juggle and stuff like that. I'm not going to play every day and stuff like that. I'm just going to do the story and then I'm going to log out, assuming my characters are okay and equipped for the story. If I can't progress the story because I'm too weak, then obviously I'm going to have to grind and level up my characters. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm assuming that you play the game like how I play in Honkai Star Rail, Zenith Zone Zero, and Genshin. I'm not going to level up every single character. The good thing about not pulling is that I don't have to spread my resources thinly. I'm just going to concentrate on my starting. It's 3 characters to start with, right? Not 4. I'm going to just concentrate on my starting 3. Yeah, because that way, I think if I don't play every day, don't do all the stuff, maybe I have enough time to juggle both games, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how much we can explore in that game. Yeah, I want to commit more time for sure on Silver Palace. Yeah, exploration is good. Yeah, that's if we don't know how much we can explore. I haven't seen too much of the game, so I don't know how much we can explore in the game. If it's like Wuwa or not, or is it like Honkai Star Rail where there's only a bit of exploring? In ideally for me, this is less selfless reason. because of lack of time. I want it to be like Honkai Star Rail, where there's a bit of exploration, but not too much exploration. I don't want to be like Wuwa, where there's like tons of exploration to do. Enfield is going to be like that though, but we'll see. But yeah,
I doubt we get another chance to put him on the stand.
I might try it later today. If we can finish this early, I might try it later today and stream like a couple hours, then send you guys over to Johnny.
So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. Oh my gosh, that was so slow, the text thing. Let's go back. Of course, Your Honor, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Ms. Ringer.
I don't know if it's you, Mango, but this week so far hasn't been too cold. Touch wood. It's been wet. It's been raining almost every day. I think it has been raining. Apart from today so far, knock on wood. It doesn't rain today, but it's been raining every day so far. Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. He said he didn't really know her, but we never really had any personal interaction. At least none that I remember. Football wasn't cold yesterday too. Ah, okay. Did you guys win? Did your team win, hopefully? Or your side win? I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me. Yeah, and you watched Liverpool after you got back home, because I remember you telling me you had football. So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Ah, it's just training, okay.
Of course he doesn't, he isn't guilty.
Any slide tackles from behind, especially on the keeper?
How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners.
We just turn up and have some fun. Yeah, that's cool. I like a friendly kickabout. That's very kind of you, Useless, but you need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me. Oh, you guys playing an Astro? Okay, so you 5-7 aside, I'm guessing, or you got the 11 aside Astros. I don't like that. I don't like the 11 aside Astro because you got to run a lot. Nor do I like 5 aside because you have to run. You have to constantly run. 7 aside, you can like rest a bit as well. Well, that wouldn't stop me, but it's a casual, yeah. True. No, if you don't leave the Astro, because I know with some like 5-7 side rules, like no sliding or whatever, but for me, when you're playing with friends, I think we're all okay with sliding. It's only when you play like tournaments or the league they don't let you slide. But yeah, how I always see it is that if you leave football without any like, okay, I won't call it scars, but you know, if your leg ain't bleeding a bit, your knees ain't bleeding from slide tackling, you're doing something wrong. It means you haven't been put in 110%. You need to be bleeding a bit. You need a bit of scars, like Astro burns, or if you want to call it that, or on your body to know that you put in 110%. You can't play competitive. Yeah, the turf is, I don't know, it feels weird. I've never been a fan of AstroTurfs. And I really hate it when some of them have those little small black balls that end up in your boots. Because I can feel it when I'm walking and running, and it's so uncomfortable. It puts me off. I'm not a fan of the surface. I'm not a fan of it. I just like sliding, and sliding on grass is just the best. I remember one time I did the Sol Campbell, where when it was in the rain, and when I did a Sol Campbell, I actually dislocated my thumb. I aggravated my injury even more. It was in I was recovering from my broken thumb, so I was in a splint. Is that the right word? Splint? No, it wasn't a splint. Was I in a splint? No, I was in a splint. The physiotherapist said I can remove the splint, so I just had like a bandage around my thumb, and when I slid, I noticed that my hand looked really weird, and it looks like the bone where the thumb was, like the joint popped out a bit. I had to push it back in again. And yeah, it was really, really soiling and bruised afterwards. I was like, yeah, maybe it was a bit too soon just because the physiotherapist said you could do some light activities and you could take off the splint. You're fine. Maybe football isn't a light exercise. Yeah, the physiotherapist didn't know about the thumb popping out, the joint popping out, but yeah, it was swollen for a few days. But yeah. Sergio, right. Right, you got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You beat Edgeworth. I know you will. Yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child. He really loves his dad, huh? But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crime. No matter how much he respects him.
Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
In case anyone's wondering, I do understand that throughout both games, or all games, my voice for Franziska has been very inconsistent, but it is what it is, because I keep forgetting what sort of voice I gave her. Even throughout the same stream. If she's at the beginning of the stream and she's towards the end of the stream, I've forgotten what voice I gave her, so I'm just going to go with what I feel like. So there's a bit of inconsistency with her voice, and I do acknowledge that her voice is quite similar to the voice I gave to Miles Edgeworth, but it is what it is. This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this. I want to know about this thing about no lack of personal interaction. Is that really true? So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all? Then why kill her? That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy, yes. Why, I've never even knew about that burn mark on her hand. You didn't? I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next. Yes, because they're there to stand up to you, and you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victims burned to your testimony, Chairman Winner. Let me... Did he really not know about the burn mark? You sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't. I don't know about that, Chief, because I feel like if someone's got a scar, I would remember. Or if someone has a tattoo, I would remember. Like, I know P has a tattoo on her arm. I don't know what it looks like. I can't draw it off the top of my head, but I know she has a tattoo on her arm. Like, these things are quite obvious. Like, you know, scars is it's something that I remember, you know. Like, if you got some marks or whatever, it's quite telling. Maybe not a birthmark, maybe not a mole unless it's massive, but yeah, moles are a bit difficult, but scars and tattoos definitely for sure. But this wasn't just any old scar, it was pretty noticeable, in fact. You wouldn't take notice? When your whole hand is scarred, you tell me you wouldn't be able to see? Unless it's a convo topic. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Because when I saw P, like, you know, I saw the tattoo on her, or one of her photos or whatever, and yeah, I will know that I would never forget that she has a tattoo. Or will I be able to remember what the picture was? No, of course not. But I will always know that she has a tattoo on her arm. Like, if you had a scar on your face, I think I would remember that you had a scar. I wouldn't be able to tell you where exactly it was or how big it was, but I'll be, yeah, I remember Manga has a scar on his face.
Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now, think about it, Ms. Ringer, did always wear gloves.
Okay, if that's the case, then yeah, that's going to be tough then, I guess, if she wore gloves to conceal it. Because, like, if you got a scar this big on her hand, like, I feel like it's going to be hard for me to not notice that. It's like Jibby, I think on one of his eyes, he's... I don't know what the scientific term is, but on one of his eyes, maybe both his eyes, you can see... I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a mark on his eye. I haven't seen Jibby in so long, or like he hasn't streamed in such a long time, but I still remember these things.
Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself.
The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves. It makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had a scar that big, I would probably be wearing gloves all day. Because I wouldn't want people to keep staring or looking at the scar. Obviously, it's rude to stare at it, but sometimes you can't help it. I can only sympathize, being something as of a sensitive soul myself. I hope you're not too sensitive to append that to your testimony. She was wearing gloves, perhaps it was to hide that burn. I kind of want to use the plushie because we heard the conversation. I'm not going to play the conversation, but it was like one of the people recorded had a prominent burn. And we think it was him. I was talking about her burn. This is assuming it's him. We do believe it's him though. So Ms. Ringer always wore gloves. But she didn't wear gloves because the person said about the burn marks and we know it was her. So whether it was him or someone else, she didn't wear gloves that day. If she did, that raises a rather important question and highlights quite a contradiction. And also like the photo that we just showed, like why did she have gloves in her pocket and not wearing the gloves if she normally wear gloves? A contradiction, you say? Really? If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer. And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me. I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as she testified, then the burn mark on her hands should not have been visible to a killer.
Objection.
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction. That's... But she hadn't. She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too. What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you? Well, she can't be in trouble if you're in jail, behind bars. I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner, ya dang devil. I see. So you're both looking to disappear too. That can be arranged. Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection.
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Kung Fu Granny. Who cares if the burn was covered up? What does that even matter?
Objection.
Oh, it matters because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head. What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us? The murderer had a burn mark too? The victims didn't have a burn mark. There were no burn marks at all. No, it has to be the top one then. It's definitely not these two. By proof of a process of elimination, it has to be the top one. And then I draw a square box. Crapper. If you know, you know. Especially from yesterday's stream. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hands would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording? Then it must be the killer's. And somebody who wasn't the victim. Precisely, which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. And since he's always playing with a zipper, with a lighter, maybe he burnt himself as well. Or to put it another way, I knew it was the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn mark from me. Maybe that was the victim's voice. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim. No way! Does your dad have a burn mark, a scar on his hand? Useless. Let's see his hands now. I haven't seen it yet. See, there's no burn mark on that one though. But we haven't seen his other hand. Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where? Your little theories will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid. I think that maybe the scar, the burn mark might be on his chin. Maybe he set his beard on fire one day and actually burnt his chin. And then he grew it afterwards. Actually, I don't know. That's true. If can you still grow hair on burnt places? I have no idea. Maybe not. I don't know. And I don't. No. I remember my sister-in-law. She burnt my hair and eyebrows. So that was, and it's still growing. So. Sus. We'll see. Yeah, where would be the burn mark though? Because remember, he's wearing a mask, so his face is covered. Or most of his face is covered. He's not messing around. I had to figure out where the burn mark was and fast. So let me have a look. See, do we have any information? Ringleader wore a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower and a mask. Also had a tattoo on part of their face the mask didn't cover. Could the tattoo actually be a burn mark instead? Because tattoos isn't necessarily like dark blue, dark green color, right? Or black color, right? You can also have colored ink when it comes to tattoos. Just look at the Yakuza games. You see red, yellow stuff on their backs. For the tigers and the dragons and whatnot, right? So maybe she mistaken a tattoo for a scar. And if that's the case, then it might be on her face, his face. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right? Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet, in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means... Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence? The only thing I can think of is this one. Yeah. That's the only thing that tells us about the ringleader's appearance. It has to be this.
Take that!
It must be on his face somewhere. Here's my evidence. The outfit of the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. Oh ho ho. And what exactly is that supposed to... Oh ho ho. And what exactly is that supposed to tell us? A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise could have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, that's the same. Tattoos aren't necessarily like dark, like blue, green, black ink. You can have like red ink as well, and that could have easily been like a burn mark instead of a tattoo. A burn mark on the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you that none of the committee members has such a burn. Myself included, of course. But Dad, I mean... Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later. Hey, he's definitely hiding something. Eustace knows that there's a burn mark and he's lying. He's telling a fib. Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as a good indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me much needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to. What's the matter, Mr. Winner? What's the matter with Mr. Winner? I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer. He's sad because he knows the truth. So, it's better not to know the truth at all. No, Kay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. I want to know too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? Heh. I very much intend to. Oh ho 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 ho. You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is the burn then? Perhaps you could point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because there's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad. A winner through and through. I'm telling you, I hope he's a prosecutor in Apollo Justice. I wanna beat him every single time. Objection! I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live. Dad, what do I do? I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try think on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit. But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorians. Oh, just like his dad then, I guess. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could. Objection. You really are a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you ace at the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Oh my gosh, he paid for him to get perfect scores. Jeez. Those debate and speech competition you won. The judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Hell, parenting, very true. It's a bit rough. Oh, gone. My own son. They all leave in the end. First the wife, now the son. Oh. I mean, boo hoo 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 hoo. Even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder. You're such a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be a chairman of this committee. Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Poor Mr. Winner.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you're the one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's why I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet, you would call him useless?
I call him that too. How could you? I could.
Objection!
Oh ho ho ho, because he is Verity, my girl. He's utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment onto Excelsius Winner.
I say she's telling us to bring it home. Stop being so mean, Pack. I'm sorry, but he is though. He's terrible. I mean, he tries, sure. You know, He tries so hard but goes so far, but in the end, let's be real, it doesn't even matter. Look at him. Look at his dad. In the end, it doesn't really matter. He can't get the acknowledgement from his dad. Feels bad, man. Maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Everyone has feelings. That's true. You got a point. So you probably never learned. True, because I think you got a point, because throughout the game it looked like he was very smug, and this is why I didn't like him, because he acted all smug and high and mighty, like he's on the top of the pedestal, sorry, not on top of the pedestal, that he's like top level and he's looking down on us and stuff like that, right? Belittling us and stuff like that. Yeah, we always constantly put him in his place. It didn't look like he thinking he was the shit, but let's be real, he knew shit. Shit all. I think that's why I had that massive negative feelings, hatred towards him. Oh, is Johnny live now? Okay, I'll lurk in the stream. All good. Thanks, Miles. I'll look in the stream. Hope you have a good one with Johnny. Hopefully I'm able to. I don't know how long you plan to play, but hopefully I can raid into the stream after taking like an hour or two, just playing a bit of Enfield and a raid over, preparing for sound check. Okay, cool. Thank you, Your Honor. It's been more than ready to. I've been more than ready to do so. Yeah. Let's bring it home, lads. Let's bring it home, boys. If the ringleader had a visible burn on their face that night, then it would follow that the chairman winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. Is it the top of his? Is he wearing a wig? Is a beard fake? How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving the last case. Before it is that I get the thing. I'm assuming that I have to pick. Let me try and check beforehand. What could it be? It's not this one. I don't think it's this one. Okay, let me read this again. Oh, what? Oh, wait. 1 wig straight. 1 wig straight. And other wavy. His hair's wavy. She picked the straight hair, because that was the one that she guessed. So she picked the straight wig, thinking that her hair was going to be straight that day, which was true. And there was 2 wigs in the box. She put the wavy wig in the box, which is no longer there. And his hair's kind of wavy. Yo, wait. Yeah, this is what I don't understand. He's 68. He's got so much hair for a 68-year-old. I'm not saying 68-year-old can't have a lot of hair like him, but I'm kind of sus. Is he bald? Is he wearing the wavy hair wig, or the wavy hair wig is he's using as a beard? Because he keeps tugging his. I don't know if you noticed. He keeps tugging the end of the beard to like get rid of the tears, the water from it. He's like draining it. But could that be the wig? He's wearing a wig either on his head, which is most likely, or the beard. Thinking about it now, because there was a wavy wig, right?
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Yeah, I'm going with the wig. I'm going with the wig because she said that was 2 wigs. There was 2 wigs, right? Ring hair was straight, not so the wavy, not used. It's this one here. He must have taken the wavy one and put it on himself. Recall Nurse Neela's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig, the one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being wavy.
What are you two talking about? This is what I want to know as well. Surely Gavel knows what Chairman Winner looks like. So surely his appearance looks a bit different, though. That's the problem. This is maybe he's not wearing. I think he's wearing the wig, but I don't know where he's wearing the wig. But then again, if he is wearing the wig, surely Gavel would notice something different about Excelsius. If he has suddenly have a massive beard, or if he suddenly is no longer bald. So yeah, maybe I'm wrong with the wig. Like, yeah, I think it's to do with the wig, but Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going with this. I thought it was solid type, but I can see a slight flaw. Nurse Nita apparently found some interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what did they have to do with the burn mark? What she found were 2 wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim, but what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare? It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compared to Chairman's winner current appearance to the one that the ringleader as it was described to us. Oh wait, did I misread it? Oops. Stop it! Stop staring at me! One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it. You mean? Oh right, I see. I'm so dumb. Yes. If we was to go back to Nurse Nita's statement, was it a statement? No, it was this one here. Yeah. Also had a tattoo on part of their face the mask didn't cover, right? Surely she would have mentioned that the person had a massive beard. Because that is a very, very significant piece of evidence. Sorry, information, not evidence, for information. Like if you were to describe a suspect and the suspect had a massive long beard, you would probably say he had a long beard, a big beard, right? If he was bald, you would say, oh, the person who attacked me or mugged me was bald. There's some telling features. Like if someone had a tattoo, scars, bald, certain like a faux hawk, something that's not like everyday normal common hairstyle or appearances, you probably describe it. He had like loads of piercings, like you know, I don't know what you call it. You know those ear piercing where it has a massive hole where you can stick a pencil through their ears. That little hole, the piercing, where you can stick a pencil through it or pen through it, right? Whether that is, if someone had that, you probably would say that as well, because that's not typical. Sure, it's a bit more common these days, but not everyone has it, right? Or if you've got a ring through the nose, like P, for example, right? If you have that kind of nose ring, like you'll probably say that. Or if you had like a ring around your piercing the eyebrows, for example, like a ring around the eyebrows as well, you probably say that as well. If you do recall seeing it, because not many people, not everyone has that, right? So if you do find a suspect and they do have that, you could like say that's a potential suspect and bring it into question if all the other description matches. So yeah, surely she would have said, oh, they had a massive beard. But here, there was no mention of beard, but they did mention a burn mark. So maybe around the mouth area there's a scar, a burn mark or a scar. Indeed, not a wig intended to go on the top of the head in any case. So I was right, it was a beard then. If it wasn't for his bald head, then it was for his beard. I'm surprised that maybe Eustace did react to it when he first saw his dad with a fake beard on. Thinking, why does Dad have a beard? It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsius winner? He keeps tugging it. I know he's trying to drain the water, because you see it, like the water dripping at the bottom of the text, at the bottom of the screen. But normally, like, I feel like, I don't know about you, right? I feel like if I was to wear a wig, I would play with the wig. I would keep touching the wig for some reason, and that's the same. I feel like that's probably something that he is subconsciously doing. Sure, he's trying to drain the water out of the beard because he keeps crying, but I do think you do tend to play with the wig. It's like a toy. You play with your toys. Your new toy. That's how I see it, but I might be wrong. It could be psychological, a psychological trait thing that a lot of people do. This is all my own, dear boy. This is what I don't understand. Like, surely this is why I thought it was a flaw, because like surely Gavel I don't know how often the committee members meet each other. Surely she was like, what the fuck is this beard? Like, I saw you. Even I saw, I don't know how long it takes to grow this beard, but surely it's not 1 year. Like, even if you didn't see him for a year, there's no way you can grow this beard that long, right? I don't know how long it's been since you last saw him. Surely the beard his beard wasn't this long.
Objection!
Oh wait, did I read that? I didn't. Let me check. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise. We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in his light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides your prominent burn marks. Ugh. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant. He looks like a thug. I don't want to profile him, but he looks like a thug. Not because he shaved his head. Well, he's got no any hair at the top. Like, his burn mark is a skull. Like, why is there a skull on his chin? And he's the chief prosecutor? There it is, the burn mark. Yeah, that's the part where the mask exposes his face.
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsis Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict.
Oh wait, are we finished already?
In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
Is it not over now? 6th of April, 9:44 AM, Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you. There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor? No, as a friend. It was the least I could do. Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search of the missing action hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there's one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found his letter on Miss Ringer's person.
Maybe... Okay, the only thing I can think of is that maybe Kay Faraday agreed to help with Rosie Ringer. So she was trying to get Excelsis Winner behind bars. Because that was Verity Gavel's and Rosie Ringer's intention. And in return of Kay Faraday's cooperation, she in return gets her notebook back. The notepad thing, which you see next to her. The notebook promises Kay that she wrote for her dad. Maybe that's what it meant. Thank you so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can get both what we want. She gets her notebook back, and Kay gets her notebook back, and Rosie gets Excelsius behind bars, maybe. But obviously, we didn't expect her at the cost of her death, at the cost of her life. But you know, that's what my guess is. Ah, there's a second letter. This is what we didn't get.
And then they found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body.
Dear Kay, don't worry. I'll make sure you get your precious thing back, Rosie. So I was right. It was the book. Okay, the notebook.
From their contents, the letter seems to be ones of correspondence. So he leapt to a conclusion that they must have been working with each other. That's quite the conclusion to jump to. As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victim in a very conspicuous place, namely, in her left chest pocket.
But little did he know he should have if he had pierced the holes inside the letter. I don't know if we can disprove it. It would have been so much harder. Sounds like to me he's just trying to make an excuse for himself.
Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part, but it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Ms. Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth.
Ms. Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer.
He was investigating the underground auction as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auction, he was disappeared.
He dead.
All Ms. Ringer was left were the memories and the personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see, so that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Ms. Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsior's Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee. Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner?
I am afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you have any idea why?
Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me the most.
Oh, I feel really bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it may be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. A father's influence isn't easily erased, but in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways. You're right. You gotta be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's the head feeling? I'm fine, thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead, I let them accuse you and youch. Oh, did you see that, Mango? She got hit with a noggin. You can see the cane behind her back now. It's a bit more visible. Hey, she just got hit. Dang right! We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more.
Please forgive me, but I'll be better be on my way. I'm to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
Wait. I'm so sorry, Lagarde. Fifi Lagarde. Oh, she's the prison warder that that was in episode 2? Episode 3? Episode 2? Yeah, episode 2. The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney?
It was supposed to be Ms. Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde?
And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act as a prosecution either.
If you could kindly hand me my badge back.
In any case, I must take my leave.
We're oh so familiar with the case. Wait, please. What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now?
With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities has been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated.
It's always complicated. Everything in life is complicated. Pac, how are you? It's complicated.
It's all up to the goddess now.
But don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind.
Of course not. I chose the path of the truth. And I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I will be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then.
Heh. Well, I trust you keep my badge safe until they converge again.
With all I have.
So yeah, she seems like a good person. She wasn't that bad then.
In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Kay's promised notebook.
It seems it was due to be sold in auction, and with the name Kay written on its cover. Chairman Winner made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters after all.
The letters he claimed to know nothing about. I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them.
Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday's was after her notebook and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her.
Haha, your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of the Chairman's Winner's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
I hope so too. Maybe we'll see her also in the 5th episode, but we'll see. Is everything alright? Judge Guevara wanted me to return something important to you. Ah, isn't that... Always greet people with a smile. Even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh wait, I've got to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Which is why I always Google up these words that I don't understand in game, because my English sucks. Hee. I remember it's just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it. She remembers? Always try your hardest to learn about the things you don't understand. That's right. I have to try. Kay Faraday. Oh, she's back to normal now. The great thief will do anything to get her hands on the truth. Second Yatakarasu, an assistant to Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, is that really you? Hehe. Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back. And I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything. Thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back. Kay, so this is a real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you've found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me. And if you really are better, how about you get out? And if you really are better, how about you get out of them dang hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here. I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe. He handed them back over to us after they came back from forensics. And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note? I didn't ask. Anyways, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay. I want to see. Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them. Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise. But then, why all the bandages in the first place? Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are a few things. Those are just a few of my mottos. Both of which sounds painfully annoying practices for your patients. Okay, Kay, transformation time. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. That smile suits you better too. As it always did. Thanks to you, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge. Detective Gumshoe. Anyways, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me. As witnesses? Wait, what's going to happen to them? Yeah, this is what I don't... This is what I want to know. What happens, like, if they were blackmailed and stuff? Do you still have to do the time? But surely it wouldn't be... Surely the judge would show a bit of leniency. So, for example, if it's a crime that would normally be like, for example, 8 years, up to 8 years, maybe the judge might give them somewhere like between 2 to 4 years and release, and you can be on parole on good behavior and stuff like that. Maybe I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't know. Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. Yeah, I think the first one, like why Dr. Hertz fabricated IS-7, that I don't understand, right? But the Nurse Needler one, because she's trying to protect her grandma, because like if Excelsius Winner was to expose her grandma's doing 18 years ago, she partook in this because due to blackmail, she had to do this to prevent the thing. Sure, it's wrong. Sure, she should be penalized, but hopefully there'll be some leniency. Hopefully the judge will be understanding that why she did what she did. But obviously she should still do the time, but maybe she could be released on parole due to good behavior when she's inside. Who knows? But the fact that Excelsius Winner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, will be taken into account. Okay, so she answered my question. So the judge would take that into account and maybe might give a bit more of a lenient sentence. Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright. Take care, Kay Faraday, until we meet again. So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions. Sure, ask away. What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing? Let's see, somebody asked me to meet them at Gold Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, looking up the moon, when somebody in a red raincoat started walking towards me. They must have jugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious. What? I'm not sure I follow. What the fuck? So she was at Gold Lake, but for some reason she ended up here on the rooftop of big building. Is that what I'm trying to understand? Gold Lake is not big building. Kay was at Gold Lake looking up at the moon. Maybe that's why what she remembers doesn't make sense here, because you're saying that if she saw someone behind the stand, that means there must have been a ghost on air, floating in the air. It's because what she remembers was actually at Gold Lake. So how the hell did she end up being here? And why did they replicate the rooftop to be like Gold Lake, kinda, with the cherry blossom tree, with the stand? That kind of makes sense why the moon's to the left and not to the right as well. That didn't really make sense either. Anyway, when I came to, I was off on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around there when... And that's when she saw the dead body and she fell down the hatch. I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backwards and she fell down the hatch. Then I was falling and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it is making my head hurt. Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is your memories of two different locations, yeah. Imagine they're all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gold Lake one minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together. Huh? But those are two totally different places. Yeah. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these two things on the rooftop may have made you more likely to become confused. Okay, it must be the cherry blossom tree. Yeah. There are two key similarities between a seen building by the Gold Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and the food stands. Wait, you're right. Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking towards you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platforms instead. No way. Who steals a great thief memory, huh? That's just cheating. I didn't read it in time. That's just cheating. Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? That I want to know as well. Wait, what's this beep? Do you hear that? A bomb? It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, hooey! I smell another scoop in the oven. You're still here? I thought I was done with her. 6th of April, 9:53 AM, 51st floor, storeroom. The walkie-talkie? Yeah. It's come from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth. No, this transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. I'm trying to remember where. Was it in the first game? It's still going. But I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick it up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth. Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. I know that voice. I can't remember what Shelly the Killer sounds like. What I gave him. Shelly the Killer. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? Can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident. How do you even know about this case? That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we? I've indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain this piece of evidence that's proved so damning to Kay's case? No way, an evil mastermind, but who? Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to someone else's involvement? Is it this letter or? Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is someone else.
Take that!
The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim. Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that. Yeah, then who did? So who did? Who would have prepared such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know. And how do we know it wasn't you? Now, why would I do a thing like that, I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. I think I gave him like a deep voice, but I'm not too sure. If I did, then if he is in the next episode, I'll probably give that voice. We're talking about like the, so how would it all end? That kind of voice, but we'll do that in the next episode. I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest, assuming he's in the next episode, but we don't know. He even knows about my badge. Yeah, he must be seeing things, or maybe he's got someone on the job. There's a mole. There's an imposter among us. Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid you farewell. What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Everything's just one giant ball of mysteries. It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However, this ends. One thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth. The end. Okay. Save my progress. Let me save this one here. Let me do the bottom one there as well. Yeah, so we'll be doing this, continuing this. I need to... double check something first. When is Sibine's banner? February the 3rd of February. I'm assuming that's when Lantern Right. When is the Lantern Right Genshin 2026? 30th of January. Okay, so next week we're able to play 1 week of Ace Attorney, so hopefully we can do the last episode next week and then we go back to Genshin, I guess. Sure. And after we do the Lantern Right stuff, fuck, new patch is coming out. After we do the next patch, Archon quest, or whatever main story quest is, we then play the Kaito DLC for Judgment, Lost Judgment. Okay, yeah. So that's will conclude the end segment for the segment for Ace Attorney. I'm gonna be offline for like a few minutes because I need to relink my account, and we'll try Arknight Enfield now. So I'll be right back, guys. So I'm gonna restart stream and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So yeah, see you guys in a bit.